Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to pre-market report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. US futures are slightly lower, but Asian markets are mostly in green. And especially there are some report from US saying that Chinese markets are looking very attractive. And in fact, last 15 years, Chinese market has given zero return. So therefore, as and when it breaks out, it can give 2x, 3x, 4x returns also. We have tripled in last 15 years, more than triple, 3.5 times, but whereas Chinese markets have given zero return. So Asian markets are mostly higher, not only China market, even other markets. GIFT Nifty is almost flat, but we have already preempted. Last Thursday, we shot up like anything. So therefore, it's likely that we may consolidate. And moreover, tonight US markets are closed. So therefore, even tomorrow also, we might go sideways unless, some, how I would say, some politically motivated rallies or crash. So now, probably, I told you in the month of March, markets fell because SEBI directive on mid cap and small cap. In April, markets fell because of Mauritius tax treaty and Israel-Iran. But in the month of May, markets fell for no reason. And then, people started attributing to the BJP's fortune. So now, probably, the BJP government may inform the domestic institutions to make sure that the markets do not fall, because their image is getting damaged. So I'm not saying this is happening, but there is a possibility that this can happen. So because of this, so the domestic institutions may make sure that, markets do not fall. Anyway, by the end of this week, we are also getting our GDP data. But no matter who rules the country, no matter who forms the government, Indian economy will continue to do well. I always say other countries prosper because of governments, but our country prosper despite the government. So because of our entrepreneurship skills. And, in fact, yesterday I met one of the top entrepreneurs in United Arab Emirates. I could not even imagine, such a humble person, So, that gives them, more room to grow. So, it's the India will prosper, India will grow, no matter who forms the government at the center. So GDP data is likely to be good. So there is no doubt about it. So therefore, markets, in my opinion, it has rallied too much. 2014 also BJP was expected to win. Markets rallied before that. 2019 also BJP was expected to win. Markets rallied, but they did not rally this much. This time from 19,000 to 23,000, it's a more than 20% rally. That's number one. Number two, the news reports that are coming looking slightly disturbing. Initially, people were talking about 400 seats for BJP Alliance or NDA. Then they started talking about 300. And now there are some media people say, it's going to be around 250 for NDA and 250 for Congress Alliance. If that happens, that is the worst possible scenario for stock market. If both parties do not get the majority, then who will become the kingmakers? So Jagan Mohan Reddy, Navin Patnaik, Chandrasekhar Rao, and to some extent Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is anyway, she is likely to support the India Alliance, but the remaining three, they were neutral. And if these three people become kingmakers, then again, there is a possibility that all three of them may not take the same decision. And out of these three, one may support one party, the other two may support some other party. Then all kinds of horse trading, breaking the smaller parties, splitting the smaller parties, negotiating with some big parties, uh, all kinds of things can happen. That is the worst possible outcome. And I'm expecting at least Nifty to crash at least 10% if that happens. One thing is very sure, in the month of June, either the Nifty will go to 20,000, which is about 15% lower from here, or it will go to 24,000. Otherwise, just imagine who is buying 25,000 call option by paying about 60 rupees. Right? People are willing to buy 25,000 call option by paying 60 rupees. That means like people are so bullish. So anyway, but how far we can trust all this media news, right? I would say, one thing, the most difficult thing in our life is being unbiased. No, it's practically not possible for anyone to be unbiased. So anybody who is conducting the survey or whatever it is, most probably they are a little bit biased either towards NDA or towards India alliance. So therefore, most of the time what you hear from the media is not the truth, it is their wish, right? So that is how the things work, okay? But no matter what is the news, and no matter what is the opinion poll, no matter what is the exit poll, I can tell you everything can go wrong. And it has happened many times. And if you want the most recent example, I can give you Chhattisgarh state elections. Did anybody say in Chhattisgarh BJP will win almost 2/3 majority? Everybody said Congress will win, right? So elections are, uncertainty. As I always say, uncertainty is an uncertainty until it becomes certainty. So by this day next week, we will be talking about how markets will be reacting to exit polls, right? So this, for the next 1 week, 10 days, we are likely to talk more about politics than the markets. So as we are nearing to the election results. So coming this week, today or tomorrow, markets may not see any big action because, US markets are closed today. So therefore, today and tomorrow, markets may consolidate. But, if some domestic institutions, do not want the market to fall, they may support. Or last minute uncertainty, some FIAs may offload more shares. That can bring volatility to the market. Markets may not make a bigger move on either side, but the volatility is likely to move higher and higher. But still, I will be surprised because the last two elections, the India VIX actually shot up more than 30, but this time it is still hovering around 21, 22. I would say this time still, people are not as uncertain as they were in 2014 or 2019. But one thing probably now more and more people are here, daring to take position. So maybe that is one of the reasons why the India VIX is lower. So anyway, I am planning to buy 23,000 put option if the market goes higher. That will be a protection for my portfolio. And I've never revealed my portfolio, but my portfolio is not very big. I have one lot equivalent of a Nifty Bs, one lot equivalent of Bank Bs, then one lot equivalent of Infosys, one lot equivalent of Bajaj Finance, like not very big, because basically I'm a trader, I'm not an investor. So my investment is very little, but still that needs the protection in this uncertain time. So I'm planning to buy 23,000 put option in June series if the market goes higher. And then, I will be financing this buy because I have to pay huge money because the VIX is higher, the premiums tend to be very high. So I will like to finance this by selling 21,000 put option and 25,000 put option in June series itself, but that will not fund the buy fully. But the remaining money I will like to finance by selling 26,000 call option in December. So this is what I am planning, and this is for portfolio hedging. This is not a speculative, but one can consider doing this as a speculative also, nothing wrong. So otherwise today, GIFT Nifty is indicating a flat opening, but sometimes market become trending when start with a flat opening. But I'm not expecting of any such thing, because now one thing is very clear: if the market goes higher, FIAs will sell. Market comes down, the domestic institutions will buy. So maybe for next few days, it may be a tug of war between FIAs and DIAs. And then in this war, the retail people may be killed in between. And then in between, using the opportunity, these injection stories may happen. So that is also another possibility. So anyway, we will see what is going to happen today. And then, I would say this week may be a calm before storm. Next week will be the storm. This week may be the calm. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.